For as long as I remember, I wanted to be a parent. It didn't take long to find out that I was born with a barren woman. I couldn't bear children, no matter how much I wished, but I wanted a child so badly. I would see mothers and fathers playing with their children at the park, and sometimes it would got to be too much for me. I had to leave. I'd make my way home and sob into my pillow. My current fiance didn't care for children much. He was actually rather happy that I couldn't have one. It's less work for him to worry about it. It was less than a mouth to feed, but it was more time with all of his love as his life, since he didn't have some bawling brat get in the way. I kept quiet about this and would just find comfort in his warmth in attempts to soothe me. Oh, but I watched this woman. Her bare belly was swollen with the promise of a child. The woman was so proud she was all smiles. I found myself seething with envy. She had exactly what I wanted, and I hated her for it. For months on end, I would watch her walk by, grinning like a jackass. I wanted that baby. She looked at me with a vapid horror that couldn't possibly take care of it. I hated her so much, but as often as I did, I held my tongue. I held the words I knew what to do. I began to stalk her. I would conveniently bump into her in stores. We began to talk to her, but I put my best smile on and did my best to befriend her quickly. It was just as I expected. She was certainly dumb and too readily trusting. "Oh, Carolyn, who is this new friend of yours?" my fiancé asked me when I first got home after knowing Danielle for a while. "Oh, this is Danielle. Danielle, meet Matthew. We're going to get married in March." He reached out to shake her hand in greeting. I did my best to be kind, but sometimes it was very hard to keep my silence and divert my attention from how much I hated her. She loved all those things I couldn't stand. Damn Twilight books, live-action Disney musicals, and worst of all, the current pop. Garage, all of it. I forced smiles at everything she said and gave me the best laughs whenever she said anything that was pitiful attempt to a joke. I held as long as I could, and oh, it was so hard for me. After weeks upon weeks of this, I couldn't take it anymore. Matt was at work and Danielle came over for a visit. "Oh, I'm so tired." She was pretty late in her pregnancy by now. "Then please sit down by all means. Rest. It'll be good for the baby." I went to the kitchen to make some tea. It was something like a daily ritual at this point. I'd make her tea and just let her relax on the couch, only to catch myself eyeing her bulging belly. I heard that annoying laugh. Oh God, that laugh. I had it to end it there. I was so tired of that laugh, and I wanted the baby so badly. I thought it was ready. I hoped it was ready. Danielle fell asleep, and I waited for so long to do this. I couldn't wake her, but as I came close enough to draw the blade across her stomach, she woke. "Carrie?" Her wide blue eyes stared into me in horror as she saw the glint of blade in my hand. She must have seen the look in my eyes. "Carrie, no!" I threw my hand over her mouth and silence sliced her stomach open without any second thoughts. Blood poured out and cascaded across her yellow blouse and down her jeans. She bled out on the couch. Does black leather stain? I heard her labored breathing, only listening to her last futile attempts to inhale as they slowly dwindled down to her death rattle. I dug around until I found the bundle of joy that awaited my open arms. Then I slung Danielle's body into the side of the room. It was a little boy, a precious little boy. I took him into my arms and rocked him back and forth. He didn't move, but soon, my heartbeat would awaken him. I laughed. Oh, I laughed and laughed. Why wouldn't he wake up? Surely he knew how happy his new mommy was. I just stared at his tiny little face. He was covered in Danielle's blood. That stupid bitch got what she deserves. Just then, I heard the doorknob turn. "Oh my God!" Matthew spat as soon as he opened the door, turning his head to catch a sight of Danielle's lifeless corpse. I turned to him, smiling widely. A rusty fluid was splattered all over my white sundress. "I'm so glad to see you, honey. Do you want to hold the baby?"
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.